Morning, Jacob! What a crazy time to be awake. Hey, how are you feeling? You excited about the holiday? We're all packed up. Fingers crossed we've got everything. Got so much stuff, and let's go to the airport. So with your security, one of the major bonuses of having a baby is that you jump the queue and you go straight through, which is awesome. So when we had our baby, we figured our skiing time was over for a while, or Nick did, but we proved that actually you can go skiing with a 5-month-old, no problem.
No problemo.
No problemo. So what we did was basically hire a nanny. We used Alpine Angels. I'll leave a link down below if you're interested. I think they operate in lots of different resorts. I was a bit nervous at first, so we have another couple with a baby. And one adult stayed with the 2 babies and the nanny, so that we started to feel more comfortable. There was someone there that we trusted.
It worked really well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because then that meant that we only had really one day each that we couldn't ski, because we had to take one session with the nanny each, and then we pulled straws on the 5th one.
Good morning. So today is our obligatory fancy dress day, because we holiday with our friends, and one day every trip we have a fancy dress day with a theme. The theme today is birds. So we're a family of chickens. Tick tick. One thing I was concerned about when coming on holiday with the baby was how we were going to sleep him. But the hotel we're actually staying in, the Strass, which is in Meyerhofen, which I do actually recommend, it's incredibly hot in here. Actually, on the first couple of nights, it was too hot. So every evening we slept with the window open, and we've opened up the door as well to let in some air. And one thing I highly recommend is bringing a thermometer. This one is a flat pack one, so it really didn't take any space or weight in our luggage. And this is actually from Grow Bag. When you buy the Grow Bags, you get this for free. When we first arrived, it was 27 degrees in here. So the first few nights we just slept him literally in a vest. The last few nights we've actually had him in a onesie. We've barely used the sleeping bag. In terms of the bed, when you book, do ask, because a lot of hotels will supply a cot or some sort of baby sleeping place. We decided not to use the one that was provided here, simply because, well, it's massive. He's not used to sleeping in a big cot by himself. But most of the time we've just been co-sleeping with him. I don't get a great night's sleep, I have to be honest. It's been fine. He's been sleeping well. That's the important thing. And our daily routine is we wake up in the morning, we have a bit of a feed, and then we go down for breakfast with everyone. And then I bring him back upstairs. He then has a snooze, his morning snooze, while I potter around, get ready. And then at 11 o'clock we take him to meet the nanny. Now, I mentioned before we've been using Alpine Angels, and they have been fantastic. And then I leave him with the nanny from 11 till 4 while I go up the mountain, do a bit of snowboarding, a bit of skiing. Oh dear, you okay? Oh, a bit of a cough. You okay? Yeah, you're right now. And then come back and give him another feed, and he usually has another sleep. And then I've been putting him in his buggy and taking him along to dinner and hoping that he stays happy throughout dinner. And then usually bringing back up to the room between 8 and 9 o'clock for the night time. So when you fly, check with your airlines. They should allow you 2, if not 3 items to go along with the baby. So either a buggy, a car seat, and a travel cot. You could have taken all 3 if you wanted to. We just took the Phil and Ted's buggy, which has actually been ideal, especially when we decided to go up the mountain one day. We took him up in a gondola. I had lunch at the top with him, and the Phil and Ted's buggy was really good at getting through the snow. Some of the other buggies were getting stuck, but this one had no problem at all. Obviously with the Phil and Ted's sleeping bag as well to keep him nice and warm. We also made sure that he had a snowsuit, nice and thick, some goggles to protect him from the glare and from the sun. We also brought with us some ear defenders, so that if in the evening time it was very noisy in the restaurant or where we were kind of hanging out, if there was a live musician playing or music playing quite loud, then we put the ear defenders on him. In terms of food and nappies, we actually just brought enough nappies to go the distance. We actually did run out, so there's a Spar across the road, we just bought some more, which was really handy. And then when it comes to food, we bought 6 bottles of formula, which we haven't actually really used. I think only 2 of them have been used. And I brought my pump, and I've been espressing every morning after breakfast and every day when I get back from being on the mountain. I store the bottles in a little container full of water out on the balcony because it's pretty cold outside. Now, if you have a balcony which gets a lot of sunlight, then you're gonna have to find somewhere shady to place it. And if it's actually quite warm, then go and grab some snow and put that in the container to sit your bottle in to keep it nice and cold. Oh, yeah. I've been using the Milton sterilising tablets in just a cold sink of water. All you do is obviously wash out the bottles. We brought the bottle wash and some washing up liquid. And then just filling the sink with cold water, putting in a Milton sterilising tablet and leaving that for 15 minutes with all the bottles in. And then they're all ready to go. Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah. I'll link all this stuff down below, so if you're interested, then you can check that out. If you have any suggestions of other things that are helpful for taking on holiday with a little one who's now trying to eat my hand, then please put it in the comment section below. In the UK, and we got all our luggage back. Now, we did know that, you know, the pram and the stuff that you take with you can get a bit bashed up in transit, but we just got our buggy back, and not only is it a little bit mucky, which is fine, it's what we expected, bit of muck, well, but they've actually broken the brake. This is snapped. He's happy though.